So I finally platinum Spider-Man 2 after 5 days of playing, of losing sleep, and enjoying myself. Playing the game with no swing assist. 0. I ain't like one of y'all people that have it at 1 or 5 or 10. No swing assist at the highest difficulty. Now, of course, after I passed it, there's a new difficulty. I believe it's the ultimate difficulty. So I'm gonna have to redo it. What I'll probably do is just wait until New Game Plus, because if I gotta have to do side missions to get the weapons again, hey, I'm not gonna do that, because we all know the side missions are a little bit of wokeness in them. But aside from that, after getting the platinum, I started thinking, well, now I gotta do a review. Well, here is my review. I'm gonna try to do it as fast as I can, but let's get into it. What is up, guys? It's your boy Hercules, and let's get into the video. So finally passing Spider-Man 2, getting that platinum, I can finally do my review. And yes, it will have spoilers in this review. So if you don't want spoilers, go ahead, click right off, come back after you finish Spider-Man 2 or after you platinum Spider-Man 2. So this game is fucking amazing. Oh my god, this game is freaking amazing. Now, the opening scene with freaking well, if you really want to get into the final details, the opening scene is a little preview show, basically, so you can get a catch up. But aside from that, you don't need to watch that in case you already know. But of course, everybody's gonna click on it. Everybody's gonna watch it. But the opening scene is of Harry Osborn and Norman Osborn, and they're talking. Harry's about to go into the tube. Now, I don't know if this was just a dream or something like this did happen. But Norman puts his hand on his son and tells him, I'm not gonna lose you. And then all of a sudden, here comes the symbiote out of Norman, and it wraps around Harry. And then we see Harry inside the tube screaming. Then we jump to the opening scene of Spider-Man 2. Peter's trying to be a teacher. Miles is in class. And we start noticing there's some kind of sand around there. Some sand is flying through the city, right? Then Miles gets up, says he's got to go to the bathroom, blah, blah, blah. The opening fight is with Sandman. And at first I was like, wait. And I still don't know if we did actually, because if you guys remember in the 2018 Spider-Man, Peter, whenever you find his gadgets and all his backpacks, he finds in one of his backpacks, he has one of those signs. He has a tube where he locked up Sandman. And he tells himself, I wonder what would happen if I crack this open. So I'm assuming he cracked it open and Sandman just went away, and they haven't heard from him for whatever months it was. But here's the problem. We don't know if that's actually what happened, because they have some dialogue, and even Peter has some dialogue where he basically is telling himself or MJ, he's like, well, it's been years since we've last seen him. It's been years since our last fight. So I don't know if Insomniac forgot that they actually did plant some seeds before, or what. I don't know. That's the thing I have an issue with, is that Sandman. But that fight, oh my God, it's like Insomniac took notes from Santa Monica. It's like Insomniac took notes from God of War and was like, you know what? We need a bigger opening, because 2018 Spider-Man was a pretty good opening with Wilson Fisk and all that. And then Miles Morales also had a pretty decent opening with Rhino. But this opening with Sandman was incredible. So, right after that, we start getting into the story and all that stuff. Now, let me tell you about the comeback. Spider-Man 2018 had a pretty good comeback. Is it the greatest comeback? No. Is Spider-Man 2 comeback better than Spider-Man 2018? Yes. Is it better than Miles Morales? Yes. Is it better than the iconic Batman Arkham comeback? No. But it's so damn close. I feel like they are missing something. They are missing something to put this comeback right up there with the Arkham comeback. And I truly believe they need that free flow. I truly believe they need that free flow. But I feel like if they would have that, people are going to be like, oh, they just copy the Batman games. But aside from that, the comeback's good. The difficulty. This game, if the 2018, it wasn't like you couldn't die, but it was technically, it was an easy game where pretty much you can have it at the hardest difficulty, and the only way you would die is if you're not paying attention. This one, I die so much because it was just that difficult. Now I wonder how it's gonna be with the new freaking difficulty that I just unlocked. But if Spectacular was hard, I can already see what Ultimate is gonna be. But yes, the comeback has been improved. I love what they did with the symbiote. I love what they added to Miles Morales, and I love the little details they added to the Spider-Man's comeback. Even to the Mary Jane. Now, let's get into the Mary Jane part real quick. So the Mary Jane missions have been a topic that a lot of people love or hate. Mostly hate. And I'll probably do another video talking about that, but I didn't mind them. I thought they were better, and I thought they moved the story further. And that's what they need to be. When it's a side mission that does nothing, or is a mission that doesn't further the story like how it should be, that's when it really sucks. And even in 2018, the MJ stories made sense. Now, of course, a lot of people are not gonna play it, but that's for another reason. So I'll be doing another deeper dive into another YouTuber that had an issue with that. But to me, I didn't mind it. Do I want to play as Mary Jane when the video game that I bought is called Spider-Man? No, I don't want to play as Mary Jane, but I can at least appreciate that Insomniac decided to make it better. So, the comeback's good. The story's freaking amazing. With the whole Kraven, then you have Venom, and you have some side characters in there. I feel like this one, Spider-Man 2, has the better story, better comeback, better world building, better everything, to be very honest with you. And yeah, I mean, I feel like it's a 10 out of 10. It's a masterpiece. Not saying that 2018 is not a masterpiece, because I really enjoyed it. That was the first game that made me go out and hunt for the trophies to get my first platinum. that was Spider-Man 2018. After that, it was God of Wars and the other Miles Morales game, but that's for another story. So the comeback's good. I love the variety of villains. So you have the symbiote villains, you have Kraven's villains, you have the cultists or the flame cultist villains. There's a lot of, I guess you can call them mini bosses and then side bosses. So you have these big dudes that are hard to beat, and you really can't beat them just by punching square and hoping that's gonna do anything. You have to time your move sets perfectly. Your power moves, you gotta use them wisely. But aside from that, it was a lot of fun. The new parry system is hard to master it. I've been able to get good at it, but not become a master at it. And I think the parry system works because if you don't time it right, it's gonna hurt you. It's gonna make you understand that you need to learn this. So, man, this game does everything right. The music, oh my god, the music is just incredible. The side missions are okay. There are some woke missions in there. I'm not gonna lie, there are some woke missions in there. And if you think that's wrong of me to say that there's some woke missions in there, there are. I'm sorry, that's just obvious. There's a lot of propaganda in there. There's a lot of leftism propaganda in there, but that's okay. I would prefer not for that shit to be in there, but hey, what are you gonna do? You know they love to virtue single here in the United States, but when it comes to other places, oh, they're gonna remove that crap. But yeah, aside from that, man, Spider-Man 2 is just incredible, man. Kraven, I love the design of Kraven. I love the voice actor, and I love his story that we got from Spider-Man 2. I love Venom's story. I love Harry's story. I love Venom's design, Harry's design. All the little pieces, all the little side missions that actually connect to the main mission, chef kiss. Everything about this game just worked for me. And sure, you're gonna have some Xbox players out there, you're gonna have some Nintendo players out there saying that, oh well, now that you passed it, what are you gonna do? You're not gonna replay it. Sony exclusives are only a one-time deal. They're only a one-time movie deal game. That is ridiculous, because I've played Spider-Man 2018 at least 6 times. I've passed it about 6 times. I passed Miles Morales about 3 or 4 times, and I'm probably gonna jump back in. I'm not gonna jump in right now. I'm gonna wait till New Game Plus, but then I'll jump back in, give it my second try at the hardest difficulty, and then I'll probably do an easy playthrough with the swing assist all the way up and everything all easy, just to get a hang. But that's usually how you do it. You can't just play a game all the way through. Yeah, 100 hours sounds nice. Dying Light had freaking 500 hours of content, and as far as I know, nobody ever freaking platinum that game. But maybe I'm wrong. Maybe somebody did. Maybe one of those YouTubers that always platinums games, maybe they spend 500 hours on that. But aside from that, Spider-Man 2 is a masterpiece. But if I have to say what is something I hated about this game, is usually there's 2 things. So I mentioned there being some woke stuff. There is some woke stuff in there. I hated that. I hated that with passion. And the only reason why I'm not jumping in to play my second playthrough is because I'm afraid that I'm gonna have to redo all the side missions again, and I don't want to do that. So I just wait for New Game Plus. Now, my number one main issue with this game, you ready? It's buggy as fuck. I'm sorry. You can be a Sony pony all you want, but this game came out buggy as fuck. It's like, I thought it was an Xbox game for some reason. And I know some people are saying they put in about 20 hours and they haven't had any issues, or they had one bug here, one crash here. From the day I put in the game, and it's probably my fault, I heard there was an update. I didn't check to see how many gigabytes it was gonna take, because where I live, internet is so bad, it takes a while for it to update video games, especially video games, because they run at a higher speed and everything like that. Phones, it's a little bit easier. So I saw it was like 40 gigabytes. And I was like, oh shit, man, it's gonna take forever. So I was like, you know what? They said you can still play the game. So I was like, you know what? I'm just gonna play the game. And I was playing it, and I started seeing bugs everywhere. From lights flickering to cutscenes where it's supposed to be light, but it's dark, to seeing some characters blend in, which that really doesn't matter too much because we see that a lot in video games, to having some of the music caught, like, just completely not even be able to hear it. What else? I'm trying to think. Sometimes I would land in one of those symbiote hideouts, and Spider-Man would just fall through the platform, and he would just free fall until he landed in mid-air, and the game would kill Spider-Man. So there was crashes. It crashed on me twice, to the point where it turned off my TV, turned off the PlayStation. It wouldn't turn the PlayStation on. Twice it did that. It wouldn't let me turn on the PS5. I had to completely disconnect the PS5 from the TV, from the outlet, from everywhere. I had to do all that, reconnect it, and then finally it worked. So yeah, this game was buggy. So that whole nonsense of, hey, Spider-Man 2 is gold, does not mean anything anymore. And I'm gonna make another video talking about that in the gaming industry. But aside from that, those two main things that I have an issue with, Spider-Man 2, and I've made another videos talking about this. Spider-Man 2 is a woke, messy, buggy as fuck game, but it's still a masterpiece. Let me know what you guys think down below. If you guys enjoyed this video, make sure to leave a like, make sure to subscribe. We're probably gonna talk about Spider-Man for a little bit longer in the channel, but I'm gonna try to switch in some other stuff also. We're definitely gonna talk about characters that are in the game, but we'll do separate videos for them. Aside from that, if you guys enjoyed the video, make sure to leave a like, make sure to subscribe, share the video, and I'll catch you guys next time.
I just leveled up, I thank God. Straight from the